on 107.3 WBBL-FM.
With the Grillin Guys coming at you like a pit bull. We smoke butt.
I knew you ate it out of the house.
Yeah.
So right now what we're going to do is we're going to cruise over here and talk to Captain Shook. And Captain Shook, thanks a lot for having us into your fine establishment here this morning.
You're welcome, and thanks you guys for being here and preparing some food for our guys.
Hey, it's the least we can do. And what is your function here?
I'm the company commander for Charlie Company 125 Infantry.
Man, you are a young company commander.
Well, thank you.
I must be getting old because you guys used to look old to me.
Yeah. I say I have a
And
face for radio.
you scared the heck out of us too.
Okay.
Hated running. Well, and I've been working very closely with Sergeant First Class Freeze, and he's been just working really hard to get this all put together. So we really appreciate all the help he's put in there, and we want to chat with him in a little bit. But tell me exactly, Captain, what are you guys headed into here in the next few months?
Right now we're just training up for a deployment into Afghanistan within the next couple months. Basically getting over there and preparing full spectrum operations. So basically anything and everything. But ultimately, legitimizing the government, getting the Afghan people to defend themselves, basically. So
legitimizing that government, that's going to be a trick. Good luck to you on that. So you must be like a public relations specialist?
No, but a lot of training.
Yeah. So what's the job of the 125?
Again, it's just full spectrum operation, so it's anything and everything. So not one definitive operation. In
terms of typically what the 125th is good at, it's your primary function is soldiering.
Rather. Yeah. I mean, we are an infantry battalion. Yeah. So boots on the ground and whatever they call it.
Any mechanized stuff there going with it?
No,
just Humvees.
Roger.
Okay.
How long do you think you're going to be deployed for? Do you have any feel for that?
It's been basically a year the last few times. So.
Well, let me be the first one to say thank you. You're leaving your families behind, and you're stepping out and taking care of it for all of us, so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have here, man. That is a cool thing. That hair standing up on the back of my neck just saying that. So it's cool. We are very blessed to have guys like you that are willing to do this.
Yeah, it's you have to be here, and if you're on 44th Street anywhere, cruise in here, check out this grill out front with Jordan out there smoking up the brats and jerky. We got a little venison jerky that we're going to be feeding you here in a little bit, but stop in here and thank these guys, because if you look them in the eye, it's the guy next door, Captain Shook, Sergeant First Class Freeze, Sergeant Barnes. These guys are just the guy next door. When you see them in the neighborhood, they got a Nike T-shirt on and running shoes, and they could be heading down to the Spartan store for some steaks, and you wouldn't know it, other than that they're fit and trim and their haircuts are perfect. But
they are, and you know what? That's the cool part, because these people. They're not just a number and a name, but these are your neighbors and our friends and our families, and we just got to keep them in our thoughts and prayers when they're over there taking care of us. But,
yeah, they'll be on C-17s here in a couple months, probably. Is that what you're going to be taking over?
That's usually we'll take a jumbo jet on the way over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's to and from countries.
Okay.
Usually C-17s.
Maybe going to Germany or who knows where. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And can't even describe that. But there'll be a point in time when they're sitting in a cargo bay in jump seats and getting ready to land on who knows what. Could be a hot strip. Could be just they put that helmet on. They throw that M4, M16 over their shoulder, and they get to booking. They got a big old 70-pound rucksack on their back, and when those doors open up, the top shirt, he's screaming at them, and they're all booking, or they're just deplaning calmly at a nice secure base. But either way, that's a big deal.
If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Grillin Guys each and every Saturday morning on 107.3 WBBL-FM. Barbecue Bob is in his element today. We are at the Michigan Army National Guard on 44th Street Southwest, and we are doing a little tribute to these guys that are going to be shipping out in a couple weeks. And we are cooking. We got the smoker rolling, and we're going to have a great time here today.
It's Army barbecue.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Barbecue Bob style.
So, Captain Shook, we sure appreciate your time, and Thanks for chatting with us here for a minute.
Yeah.
We just want to chat with Sergeant First Class Freeze for a second, if we can.
Yeah.
And this is the guy that put this whole thing together, and he ran into my son Alex down here during drill, and Alex had to do extra push-ups and stuff because he didn't bring any barbecue. So tell us how that worked out for you.
Well, like I said, Sergeant Sawyer out of Greenville put Alex in, and I had joked with him a couple times throughout drill. I was like, when are you going to get your dad in here? I hear him on the radio all the time. So, have him come in, cook us some chow for us or whatever. And just it worked out with time frame with the 125 drilling right now, and it works out best anyways. I'd much rather have them get the time and you be able to feed the guys that are getting ready to deploy overseas. So. And
your job, you and Sergeant Barnes, you guys are recruiters. You're actually posted at Ferris. You're up at Ferris about every day.
Yep. I sure am, Bob. I recruit for the, my title is OCR, on-campus recruiter for the Michigan Army National Guard. I'm a liaison up there. I recruit for the National Guard, non-prior service, meaning people that haven't ever been in the Guard, most of them anyways. I am also an instructor with the ROTC department up there, freshman level.
Cool. If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Grillin Guys on 107.3 WBBL every Saturday from 9 to 11. Right now we're down on the Grand Valley Armory on 44th Street. We're with the 125th Infantry, and we're talking with Sergeant First Class Sean Freeze, and we've also got Sergeant Barnes back here, and he does the recruiting from this post and does a few more enlisted guys. Sergeant Barnes, thanks a lot for joining us this morning also. Your job and your function here is primarily as a recruiter.
Right, I'm stationed in Grand Rapids on 44th Street. I recruit from Byron Center all the way down to Wayland.
Okay. Don't you guys have a recruitment center, an all branches recruitment center just around the corner here somewhere?
Right, yeah.
Is that where your office is?
No, I'm right here.
Okay. Because I actually took Alex to that one a long time ago. I'm just having a little flashback now.
Right.
Or maybe Jordan.
I got a question for you, Sergeant. How is the recruiting? In these times when, we're at war, the service is so prevalent and everybody is so appreciative. Is it more difficult now because we're actively at war to recruit people, or are you getting people to step up?
Well, yes and no. Yes, being definitely, you get a lot of people that don't want to go over there. But at the same time, you'd be amazed how much people are willing to step up and say, hey, I want to raise my hand and defend the country. All right?
So if any of our younger listeners are out there, is there an age group that you have to be in order to be a recruit?
You got to be at least 17 years old for parent consent and 35.
Okay.
35.
So you and I are on the top end, Bob.
Well, it said that they're looking for help out front. So I don't know.
We can work something out.
Cooks or something.
Well, let me tell you what we can help with, and it's this Michigan Fallen Warrior Memorial. If anybody's listening out there, these guys need $400,000 to put this memorial up. If you've been watching the news at all in the last few days, our federal government's broke. They're fighting over not shutting the government down and how to cut trillions of dollars out of a budget. And projects like this that are so good and so meaningful to our community are the first ones that get to go. So we are doing all we can today to help raise some funds for this thing. We're going to have retired Sergeant Lewandowski on a little later in the show, and he's going to tell us more about it.
Great. And you're listening to the Grillin Guys on 107.3. We'll be back in just a minute.
And now, back to the Grillin Guys show on 107.3 WBBL FM.
With the Grillin Guys coming at you like a pit bull. We smoke butt, and it's a mittful. Shooting sauce on ribs is what men do. We like meat and no tofu. With me and Chop, it never gets dull.